This is Pam Smith with Farm Journal Magazine. I'm here with Andy Hurst with Bayer Crop Science. And Andy, you're the, why don't you tell me your title?
Product Manager for Herbicide Tolerant Traits and Ignite Herbicide, and that would include, of course, Liberty Link.
Okay, recently we had a story in Farm Journal about comparing Roundup Ready system with Liberty Link system, and some of the things that farmers need to do to make sure that they get a good take on their efforts, I guess, for lack of a better term. So, why don't you tell us about some of the similarities between those programs?
Well, Pam, clearly there are significant differences, Liberty Link and Roundup Ready. One being the use of Ignite, which is no documented resistance anywhere globally, and for that reason it's a great way to alternate to a completely unique class of chemistry that will help rotate herbicide modes of actions and systems and avoid or manage weed resistance. There's some key differences on how to use the two, and we've spent a lot of time focusing on those differences, but really, at the end of the day, there's probably more similarities in terms of delivering similar benefits of ease, convenience, over-the-top, non-selective weed control than there are necessarily differences in the two programs.
Isn't timeliness of either system really the key here?
No doubt. I mean, our recommendation is use a good residual in the program and be timely with the first application of Ignite no later than 22 days after emergence in the Midwest and 10 in the Mid-South, but that's essentially exactly what growers should do with Roundup Ready soybeans or glyphosate-tolerant soybeans in terms of avoiding yield loss from weed competition. So really no differences in recommended timing from either Bayer or Monsanto or most university and extension services.
So what kind of penetration are you going to have in the market? Where are Liberty Link soybeans going to be seen this year?
Well, our varietal offerings in 2009 are maturity ranged from 0.5 to 4.9. So we'll have Liberty Link soybeans planted from, say, mid-North Dakota down through the Mid-South and over in the Southeast and Virginia and the Carolinas.
So those are some of the areas that really have problems with resistant weeds too.
No doubt, particularly in the Mid-South, Southeast Mid-Atlantic areas, Palmer amaranth has exploded. Mare's tail is a big issue in a lot of places, and in general, more and more tolerance to glyphosate and water hemp across the whole Midwestern soybean growing area has created a high level of interest in growers in Liberty Link trait in soybeans.
So then for 2010, what's the outlook for seed production and availability?
Well, we've got enough parent seed stock and seed going in the ground in 9 to accommodate potentially up to 3 million acres in 2010. The relative maturity range will expand through at least the 5 maturity group, which will help provide a solution for growers even further south than this year in 2009.
Great, thanks, Andy.
Okay.